So after kind of recording all these, I kind of realized that it's a little unhinged. This is probably one of my craziest rants ever, so, just be prepared. Another thing is, I don't really have any footage to use, so I'm just going to put, Skyrim gameplay over this. And it doesn't really fit the video subject at all, but I'll cut away from it and stuff when it's appropriate. So, you know me, of course, it's 4 a.m. and I had to get mad about something, and I had to make a video to take out that rage. And this time, it's kind of something a little weird. Basically, I'm scrolling on Instagram, I come across this guy, whatever, this motivational guy. And he's talking about I guess he's basically a felon, and he's trying to show people to not commit crimes. I don't even know, honestly. I wasn't even really paying attention. The point is, he's talking about he's a felon or whatever, and then I don't even remember how I saw it, but he was saying something about how the FBI was investigating him, and right there I'm like, okay, that's a red flag. I think I literally commented on one of the posts, it's not that hard to be ignored by the FBI. I'm pretty sure all you have to do is just be a normal member of society and not make any threats to churches or anything. His Instagram is seemingly deactivated. And that's kind of why I'm making this video, is I'm not sure if his Instagram is deactivated or if he somehow blocked all of my accounts. And I know that can't really be the case because I have too many accounts for him to block, you know what I mean? Some of the accounts he would have no way of knowing that it's me, or that he could block it. So basically because of that, I just want to bring attention to this situation. And yeah, I guess I'm kind of late on this shit or whatever, but I don't know. I can't just ignore this, and I won't be able to sleep if I don't make a video about it. So there's this tweet from, I guess he's a New York Times author, and I'm sure he's a smart person, but here's what he has to say. And let's just think about this, So basically the FBI was looking for possible terrorists, found a guy who was committed, even under duress, even when mentally unstable and lonely and trying to impress women, to talking possible terrorists out of terrorist act. And they arrested him. It's lunacy. It's lunacy. So, and I guess this is what else he has to say about it. The FBI catfished a suicidally depressed pizza delivery guy. I don't know. It's just, I love how in all of these tweets you leave out the selfies of him with the AK-47, where he captions it sawat hunting, which I guess is some ISIS term. And then this is just fucking crazy. Oh yeah, what else? Posting about all these fucked up videos of ISIS beheadings. We just leave that part out. We just act like he's a pizza driver. It's no, obviously not. He was doing all this other shit too. But that does not work for Mr. Klein's story, so I guess he just ignored it. And, okay, here's where it gets kind of weird. And I'm not even sure how to interpret this part. But basically my understanding is that the FBI kind of posed as this girl, catfished, as Klein liked to put it. They catfished him into admitting that he wanted to commit terrorist acts. Which, again, let's just think about this. You're sitting there, you get a text from someone, and yeah, I'm sure if you're depressed and lonely, that text is going to have a bigger impact, you're going to be like isolating. You're probably not talking to that many people, and someone reaches out to you, that can be huge for someone that's depressed. But here's the problem. He was not being forced to typing any of this. And yeah, maybe he was lonely. Maybe he did want a girlfriend. But so fucking what, dude? Everyone wants to have a good relationship or whatever. And I'm sure everyone has been lonely at one point. Does that give you a justification to say all these horrible things about Jinnah, the person who encouraged him? Okay, let's just think about this again. This FBI agent apparently encouraged him to kill innocent people for Allah. I'm sorry, but I don't see the connection, bro. I understand that this FBI agent was like honeypotting him or whatever, like using his loneliness against him. But bro, that doesn't mean you can just be like, it was for love. The jihad was for love. It's like, what? This is just so crazy to me, bro. It's like throwback to like when CNN was actually just trying to like throw anything at a wall and get it to stick. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you to go mess with this guy or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, you can look it up. It's not that hard. Oh, yes, he has a TikTok. Yeah, we got to go through this shit. This one is really enlightening. So, it's a video of he's like covering his face or whatever, and he's saying, whatever. The idea is that he made a distasteful, dark joke, and you know, with the context, with everything, with reading this article about him and how he was talking about like shooting people and posting all these horrible ISIS videos. It's like, dude, it's like, what is the joke? You know what I mean? It almost makes it a lot darker than maybe you would assume. And I think that's the problem with this guy, you know? He's straight up a felon, straight up a former jihad, former ISIS supporter, former whatever, horrible person, honestly. Not even former. He is a horrible person. Like, why? It like, and then he can sneak all this bullshit in there under the radar, so you don't even really know like what you're looking at, you know? You don't know that this funny video or whatever is actually from this like horrible person. And the best part for me is that he's like all about jail reform. Prison reform etiquette. Like, the problem was prison for him. Like, that's what the problem was. Like, I'm not even going to get into, like, systemic racism and, like, I mean, the justice system in and of itself is definitely problematic. Like, I understand that there are a lot of problems with, like, quotas and kind of bullshit arrests to fill up the jails and, like, have more cheap labor. But, you know, that is not the case with this guy. He was a supporter of ISIS, posting beheading videos, posting a video of someone being thrown off a building, like talking to this FBI agent or whatever about how he planned to shoot up a church in Detroit. Like, that's a bad person, dude. I think most people would agree. This guy is not a part of that system, you know? He's not being used by the FBI. He's just a bad guy that they found. And, you know, fuck, I guess I should qualify with all this. Maybe he's not a bad guy, you know? Maybe he's not, I don't know, I shouldn't be speaking on, you know. Okay, so and here we go. The first video I saw. And it's all about how the FBI spends too much money. And you know, this is like classic kind of conservative dogma, you know? Like, holy shit. If you show this video to Bill O'Reilly, I'm sure he would be popping off, going crazy about that government spending. But yeah, I mean, just another great example about how he's, like, shifting the blame, you know? Like, it was the government. They were spending so much money on my trial. The government was out to get me. You know, it didn't have anything to do with my ISIS videos or all these horrible remarks I made to this person, you know? It had nothing to do with that. It's about the system, man. And it's almost like, it's like the boy who cried wolf, you know? Like, this guy is making a bad name for the people who are actually harmed by the system. He's making it out to seem like he's this victim of the system, bro. It's like, no, you're not. That's just like the only way you can justify what you did in your head. So I'm gonna cut this short. I mean, the Skyrim footage is really fucking up my computer, and I mean, this rant isn't really going anywhere. The point is, though, you know, don't be fooled. You gotta, like, research these influencers you're listening to. Make sure they're actually credible instead of just some former felon who actually did some bad shit. But yeah, y'all stay safe out there. Subscribe to the channel if you want.